putting in work. Work, yeah. Putting in work. I thank God for the favor when the money come. Half for the time, tax fees, and sufficient funds. What I gotta do to get ahead? I'm on to something. What I gotta do to get.
Welcome to the Modest Sports Show, home of your college athlete, where we're player-led and player-focused. I'm Corey, and today, man, we down south. We down 65 with it at the University of South Alabama, where I got my dog Malachi. What's good? What's good? Now, how do you pronounce your last name?
Preciado.
Preciado.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know something? That is when I looked up where you was from, and I looked at the last name. I'm like, it makes sense. Yeah. A lot of y'all cats from New Orleans be having the first smile on it. So
yeah.
But before we jump into the interview, bro, or this great conversation we're gonna have today, what is one of the spots in New Orleans that I gotta hit when I'm there? Now, I've never been just any spot. I've never been to New Orleans, so like when I'm there, like I gotta go.
They got this fire spot called Mondays, man.
Okay.
It's once it's like mid city, it's right around the gym, right around where I train at.
Okay.
Fire spot Mondays. Usually don't go on Monday though. It's packed on Mondays.
Oh, okay.
But it's packed on weekends too. But during the week, man, it's got breakfast, lunch, and dinner there, man. It's really good. I went with my brother one time. Man.
Okay. And what's like your favorite thing to get when you're there?
I only went once,
okay,
but it was really good.
Okay.
I forget. I think I had some fish or something there, but usually, man, like I'm sure whatever you get off the menu is gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Probably like the pasta, whatever you get. They also got a spot in the east called Bullet Seafood.
Okay.
It's another spot you could go to.
All right. So now I'm not gonna lie, like I'm kind of infatuated with. There's a few places in America that I'm like, okay, that culture. Just obviously looking at it through a phone, I'm like that culture. It looked like it's very, very interesting. I would love to go and be able to witness it. And New Orleans is one of those spots.
Yeah.
So, having been raised, now, did you live in New Orleans your whole life?
Nah, I'm originally from Texas.
Okay.
But I moved to New Orleans when I was a legit little kid.
Okay.
So that's family situation going on.
Right. So, what part of Texas were you originally?
Amarillo, Texas, West Texas.
Okay. I know exactly where that's at. All right, cool. I spent some time on the West Coast, so I kind of know where that's at.
Yeah.
Aside from that, though, living in New Orleans, what was it like growing up there? What was the culture like? How did you take to it?
It's really like it's kind of, you got to go get it. You got to wake up and go get what you want.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a first come first serve kind of place. Like you gotta, if you want something, you gotta go get it.
For sure.
And it kind of teaches you how to be hard nosed, hard knock kind of.
Okay.
Feel me? Just a dog. Like I don't know. I can't really explain it other than that. Like it's just being from there. Like it kind of like puts something inside of you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like just some dog in you.
Now what? Because there's I think y'all go by wards. Wards in New Orleans. Okay. So what ward did you grow up in?
I grew up in the East.
East?
Yeah, I didn't live in a ward.
You didn't live in a ward? Okay.
Nah.
So East New Orleans, okay.
Yeah.
So what would be the difference between, I guess, East, like where you grew up, and I guess maybe what some people might envision New Orleans to be like?
The East is pretty bad right now. It's gotten bad over the years. Really, there really is no like besides the tourist parts of town, like you know what I'm saying. The as you probably know, the crime rate is pretty high in New Orleans. Okay. So it's pretty dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah, in the wards, but if you go to like Metairie or something like that, the French Quarters and stuff like that.
Okay, you know that's more
like where the tourist people go.
Right. Okay. Well, I just wanted to kind of, I guess, get a feel for what it was like growing up there. Now, in terms of football, when did you start playing football?
Started playing football in the 7th grade.
7th grade?
Yeah. Okay,
so you got a late start.
Yeah.
So what were some of your earlier years spent doing? Like, did you play any sports?
No, man. I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't really afford it growing up. Okay. When I got into middle school, that's when it was free. Okay. So that's when I took advantage of it. Yeah. I've been playing ever since. I really grew up. I mean, I played outside. I did what normal kids do at the school. Played outside. I went to the Boys and Girls Club actually. Okay. That's what I did. I went to the Boys and Girls Club.
All right. So when you first stepped on the football field, then, because that's actually one of the first times I heard that, when you stepped on the football field in middle school, what was that feeling like?
I don't know, man. I didn't take it too serious in middle school, man. I was just kind of out there just because I finally got my chance to play football. You know what I'm saying? I was fat. I was lazy. I was a kid. Okay. I wasn't really into the running.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was excited to play football, but like,
Okay.
I was probably going through the motions.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just one of those guys that can say, "Oh, I
Right.
finally get to play football." Like, you know what I'm saying?
So when did you I guess in the middle school, just as it relates to middle school, what was that experience like strictly in middle school? When did you start to take it more serious?
I knew I could be pretty good at it in 8th grade.
Okay.
I started doing pretty good in 8th grade. I was like starting and stuff. And yeah, I was finishing people, you know, handling business.
Okay.
And then like it really kind of like I want to say it didn't click for me until probably like sophomore year.
Okay.
But I was after each year, after 8th grade, after each year, I was taking it more and more serious.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to put more into it.
Yeah.
But then I really like went full like this is what I'm doing. Like right before COVID.
Okay. So when you initially like in those early middle school years, were you only playing O-line or were you going both ways?
I was playing a little D-line in middle school, you know what I'm saying? You play both ways, but right. I wasn't good at D-line. Let me lie to you, I wasn't good. 0 sacks on my name. Yeah, I played both ways.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about high school then, right? You did say, you started to take a little bit more serious, okay? You started to put a little bit more into your grind. Now, I'm one, again, I said this, I think I actually said this in my interview with OC, but like there's a couple of states who, when you mention football, you think about players coming out of these states. Mm-hmm. And I definitely think one is Florida, one is Texas. And I feel like Louisiana is one. I feel like
it's slept on.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. I think Louisiana is definitely a state that's but it's kind of like, just like to say, it's small. It's kind of like sitting,
It's slept on, man. We got a lot of sleeper athletes in Louisiana, man. That like you pick one up, like you got a gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a term? You got a gym?
Yeah. That like you got a hidden gym, like
a gym.
Okay. Like you got a gym.
Got you. So but yeah, my point with saying that was I understand, much like the street culture, like if you go to anywhere and it's like you surrounded by that type of environment, everything you do is going to be competitive.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And so football is just the same. So with you being in that type of ecosystem, what was the competition like on the field, in high school?
Like the people I played against?
Yeah.
Oh, it was good.
Friday night
I played against some good guys. Like I played against Inichi Sledge. He's at Illinois. I played against this cat from Westgate in the state championship my senior year.
Okay.
That ended up playing tight end at Alabama.
Yeah.
He was playing D-line and tight end. I played against this guy my junior year that ended up playing D-line at La Tech.
Okay.
I done played against some guys, man. Yeah. Like some real dogs. And even some of the, like another thing about Louisiana, like they got a lot of guys that can really play ball, but will never had a chance to go and play college ball too.
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying? They got a lot of unknown guys.
Yeah,
that were dogs too.
All right. So yeah, with that, I kind of know, you know what I'm saying? or at least figured that normally when you're in those harsher environments, it's like the football, the basketball, it's gonna be games packed out.
Yeah,
and the lights is on.
Yeah.
So speak to some of your high school experiences, some of those memories you had with,
We played Edna-Car. Edna-Car's our rival. I went to Warren Easton. Played Edna-Car. We played Edna-Car every year for like the past 4 or 5 years in the state championship. End up losing to them every year. So my senior year, we played them at Tad Gormley, which is like one of the biggest stadiums in the city, and a packed out game. They got college coaches there. They got everybody there. Everybody at that game. You feel me? And we were sponsored by Battle.
Okay.
And so like the Battle's doing a little video for us, man. Okay. Like I'm actually walking out, like I'm a captain, so I'm walking out with a linebacker, Ray Johnson. Yeah. And yeah, man, just the vibes of the game, man. Like I remember they first come out the tunnel, they got they do this thing called the Cougar Rock.
Okay.
It's like dun-dun-dun,
okay.
Dun-dun-dun. And then like at the end of it, they all come running out and they got they had like smoke and gold and purple smoke.
Yeah.
And stuff. They got dudes crawling on the ground.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, we were actually beating them for like majority of the game. Okay. Then I remember they ended up coming back. Oh, they had some guys on that squad too though. They had us do Aaron Anderson that end up going to Alabama.
Now he had LSU.
Yeah, that's we graduated in the same class.
Okay.
We ended up playing him. They had some dogs. Yeah, man. They had a defense man that went to TCU.
Okay.
But yeah, anyways though, man, we it's coming to the end of the game. I think they're like beating them by 2 scores majority of the game, and then they end up coming back towards the end of the game. We bust like a 60-yarder off an inside zone. They bring it back, and then that's game.
Dang, man.
That's game, man. Look at that one.
In high school, you was also a thrower. You did some track and field.
Yeah, I did a little track and field. I didn't take it too serious, man.
Nah. But you still posted some good numbers, though.
Yeah.
So talk about what led into your decision, I guess, do some throwing events. I seen discus, javelin.
Yeah. I did it. I was really into it sophomore year. Like, I believe in playing multiple sports.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it got to the point, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to focus on football towards the end of my like high school career.
Okay.
But early on, like I was all for it. Like, you know what I'm saying, sophomore, junior year, I was all for doing track.
Okay. And so when did you recognize though on the football field, on the turf, that you had a like real opportunity to like go to bigger heights?
Man, if I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't know. I knew that I was gonna give it everything I had, and that I was gonna put my all into this. I was gonna train. I was gonna put in 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I was just praying and hoping that somebody would take a chance on me. And I remember like it was yesterday, man. Like because I thought I had a bad season. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
My first year playing center.
Okay.
My first year starting on varsity was my junior season.
Okay.
So I had some bad snaps. There was like rumblings going on, like in the crowd, parents not talking about why is he out there, you know what I'm saying? So like I got this weight over my head the whole season.
Yeah.
I think I had a bad season, man. Like I ended up finishing like after that junior season, like I actually sat down and watched my tape. I'm like, okay, like, I'm not that bad, you know what I'm saying? Like I might be able to, you feel me? And so honestly I didn't know if it was gonna happen.
So everybody has different experiences. Like I hear some cats, I went to this many camps. I hear other cats, I didn't go to any camps. What was your story that kind of led to you getting recruited?
I went to one camp. I went to 2 camps actually. I'm not a big camp guy.
Okay.
Not saying I don't like to compete, but I just think it's stupid.
Okay.
I think it's unrealistic.
Okay.
Like if you think a guy can ball, then what's the point in bringing him to the camp if you've seen it on film, if you've seen it in pads, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel about it. So I went to this IMG camp right after the season. Like this is in December.
Okay.
We played in the semifinals, lost a car.
Okay.
And then went to this IMG camp, and like as I'm at the camp, I got either I'm at the camp or like right after the camp I got my first offer.
Okay.
And
And your first offer was Purdue, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that. But that was February of 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right after signing day.
Yeah. So, how did that feel? And that was going into your senior year. How did that feel? Kind of just that spring, summer leading into your senior year, kind of receiving offers and getting the notoriety.
It felt good, man. It felt really good. Like I felt like my work was finally starting to. I was finally starting to see my work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was finally starting to be confident in my work.
Okay.
Because I was finally getting the scholarships. You feel me? And it got to a point I was racking in like scholarships like two or three a day.
Right.
I think I finished with almost 30.
Okay.
Well,
and see, I hate when guys get their offers and then the recruiting services don't report it.
They don't say I'm gonna put you on game with them too, man. If it ain't a decent school, they're not gonna put it on there.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest too. I had mainly G5s. I had I had 29 G5s. I had one P5.
Okay.
So
your P5 Purdue
was Purdue.
Okay.
And so yeah, man. Like I would hit the dudes up, tell them I just got offered by so and so.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't put it on there. But after a while, I stopped caring.
Now I'm curious to know, right? Of course, you only got one Power 5 offer, but I'm quite sure you spoke to plenty of Power 5s.
Yeah.
So, speaking with them, I'm curious to know what was their like kind of hesitation on to offer you?
My size.
Okay.
Just me being like 6'2".
Okay.
Not really like crazy big.
Okay, but you were playing center at the time, though.
Yeah. Which still doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I also was like 270 though.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I was like 270-ish, 275.
Okay.
I didn't really gain. I didn't get back up to like 295 until I was about to leave for Purdue.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I think that's what it was, just my size.
Okay.
And Purdue was the only guys like, man, we don't care about that. Like,
right.
We want you. We think you can ball.
Yeah.
Like,
a dog is a dog.
Yeah.
Okay, so did that put a target on your back? I guess in your small area, like kind of like, hey man, that cat. Did you feel noses coming at you a little different during the senior season?
Of course,
like,
of course.
You know,
everybody was trying to give me their best shot. I remember we had this. We played against Bell Chase, man, and like the semifinals or something like that. My senior year, they had this little nose guard, man. I remember like it gets real low in the stands. He looks up at me. He was like, "It's like you the center that played at Purdue." He was like, "You the center that's committed to Purdue." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And he cuts me like as soon as I snap the ball, he cuts me. And I'm like, "Oh, it's one of them games. Yeah. Like we about to do that." Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love to hear that, and I love to also hear how y'all deal with stuff like that too, because I feel like it's one of those things. It can be dangerous. Like for instance, my little brother, he plays at Mississippi State. He's a safety at State, and so like the area that he played in, we moved to Birmingham his junior and senior season, and so it was kind of like again, Fairfield is one of those areas in Alabama. It's like high in murder rate, high in crime rate. I know I talked about it with my parents, but that was definitely something I'm like kind of worried, kind of made me a little uneasy at times.
Yeah.
Like my brother going to school and he got this name and this notoriety, because you have kids like that who want to take it away. You know,
I feel like you just got to stay away from it.
Okay.
You feel me? I feel like if you just keep a straight, a narrow, if you just walk a narrow line, like you know what I'm saying, it's of course trouble will find you, but most of the times, like you know what I'm saying, you got to go actively looking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? But if you go to school, go to train, and go home, you'll be fine. Like that's what I did, and I was fine.
Right. So you commit was it July?
Something like that, June, July. I committed on my visit.
Okay.
It was in the summer.
Okay. And so with that being said, though, when you took that first visit, what was it like? Was that your first? Because I know some guys, that'd be their first time going out of state. Others.
Yeah, it was my first time flying in a plane. I think took my first visit to my first visit I had to fly was to Memphis.
Okay.
I went to Memphis.
Okay.
And it was my first time.
So how was it like getting up there to Indiana?
It was fire. I fell in love with it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was nice, man. Like they flew me out, as you know, they take care of you.
Right.
They man, it was nice. Like the facilities they had, just the way everything looked.
Yeah. And so what other visits did you take that summer?
I went to Memphis, I went to Tulane, I went to UL, I went to Purdue, and I want to say I went to one more, but I really can't remember. I think those are the ones I went to those.
All right, so I'm curious to know Tulane and UL. All right. So close proximity to the crib.
Yeah.
Why not? What was the uninterest in those?
I really liked UL, but I had a hunch that Billy Napier was gonna leave.
And you're right.
And he left right after that season and went to Florida.
Yeah.
And so and then Tulane is just, I don't know. Well, really they told me that that I was gonna be their backup center. Okay. Which they had a guy over there, Sincere Hainsworth. Okay. He was a dude over there. So sure. I didn't like that. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, cross you off.
Okay. Purdue, right? You signed on early signing day, or did you?
Yeah, I signed on early signing day. That's in December.
Yeah,
I signed in December.
Okay, and did you early enroll?
No.
Okay.
I tried.
Okay. Well, leading up to it, that spring prior to reporting to Purdue, what were you looking like? You training every day?
Every day, man. My brother's actually my trainer.
Okay.
So, man, like I was just like we use this term called 10,000 hours.
Okay.
Like if you put your 10,000 hours in, like you know what I'm saying, that it can't be denied. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So I was just trying to put my 10,000 hours in,
Sure.
man. I'm training, like, and that's why I was talking about earlier. I kind of like leaned away from track
Yeah.
my senior year. Like, it's probably bad, but I would only go to the meets. I wouldn't do the practice. It's really bad, actually. Now I say it out loud. Like, I would only go to the meets.
Okay.
My O-line coach, he was the track, the head track coach. He would call me like, man, I need you at this meet. I need you to come do this.
Posting numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I would go do the meets, but other than that, man, I would go to school and I would walk from my school to the gym. It's probably like it's down the street, it's down off of Bienville.
Okay.
So I would walk from my school to the gym every day and train.
What was the vibe when you first got to Purdue? Because we know it's all fluff, it's all flower when we go on these visits. Now it's actually time to get there and handle business. So,
let me get into that,
like?
man. So the coach that recruited me, his name is Marty Biage. He ended up leaving.
Okay.
He ended up going to Ole Miss like right after I signed, like a week after I signed. So I'm sitting there like, and my biggest thing in the like when I was getting recruited is like, you know what I'm saying, they try to recruit you with the recruiting guys and stuff. I'm like, no, I want to talk to the O-line coach.
Yeah.
Like that was my thing. I want to be recruited by the O-line coach.
Yeah.
I told everybody that. So I was one thing I didn't. Okay, it's kind of a weird thing that happened. So he gets fired. The dude that was recruiting me he leaves. The coach that I thought, the coach that was recruiting me, he ends up leaving too to go coach in the USFL. He was coaching O-line coach at the Birmingham Stallions, I think.
Okay. And
so the guy, the O-line coach that was left, I didn't really talk to him that much. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like before I get up there, I'm thinking my O-line coach, dude that was recruiting me, was still there. He wasn't there no more. So I'm left with the O-line coach that I didn't talk to throughout the whole process. And when I get there, I'm just like. And he was an asshole, man. Yeah. I remember the first thing he told us was freshmen are to be seen, not heard.
Man. That's tough. But I'm glad that you actually brought that up too. That's one of those things in college ball that's kind of like heard but not seen.
Yeah.
And so you have to deal with that as a freshman. You're an 18-year-old coming into college, grown men. You got grown men for teammates. You got grown men for coaches.
Mm-hmm.
What was your adjustment period like dealing with something like that?
Just work. Just put my head down and work. Okay. That's all I try to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you gonna always have people in your ear. Always gonna have people trying to put you down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be someone that's like whatever. It's always gonna be something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Until the end of time. So I just feel like I just put my head down, man. Just try to attack. Just try to get 1% every day.
What role did you mentioned your brother too, being your trainer? I'm assuming he's your older brother.
Yeah.
What role did he play in this period for you, in this transition period?
Just kind of boosting my spirits, man. Just trying to just keep me motivated, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Like it got tough, especially like as I got into the season. Okay. Like it got a lot tougher on me, but he was just trying to keep me motivated. You know what I'm saying? It was hard too, him being so far away. Like you know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it. Just tell me to keep working.
Dude, I feel you. I took my little brother back to school, only because he without a car. Yeah. But I took my little brother to school the other day, on Monday actually. Yeah. And I was sad about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it is sad. He dropped me off at school too.
Yeah. So I feel for him. But you know, freshman year, 2022, this season, around this time, I was at Kentucky, actually. Yeah. And so, for you, what did that season entail? You know, you made it through summer camp, made it through fall camp. What was that freshman experience like? I seen that you posted 2 games. You already playing 2 games. Give me the whole rundown on that.
It was actually went a lot better than I thought it would go. Okay. Like, I came into fall camp hot, like really hot, and like I had a chip on my shoulder too. I kind of upset because my best friend actually, we both played an All-American game together. Okay. In San Antonio, but it's like they didn't really emphasize that about me though. They only it was only noted that he played in it, but they didn't you know what I'm saying? So it was just like I didn't even play in it. You feel me? So I felt played a little bit. So you know what I'm saying? I came to fall camp like, man, it's up with whoever. Like whoever want it, like they can come get it, or I'm gonna come give it to them. You feel me? So, so man, I came in fall camp hot. I think I did scout team for like 2 weeks. And then they bumped me up, and I was traveling every game. I didn't travel 2 games. Okay. And then we got to a point in the season where I think it was 10 or 9, our starting center goes down, and he tears his ACL, PCL, and MCL. And so what I was thinking was about to happen, what was about to be like, I'm not going to name drop or anything, but I thought that I was better than some of the guys that were in front of me. Yeah. I was a third center. And so I thought it was going to be, you know what I'm saying, open competition. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was going to compete for it. Yeah. And that's kind of how my head coach made it seem too. But that didn't happen. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? I traveled every game, but I didn't play. But I was excited to travel.
For sure. Yeah, that's always great. That was a great experience for me. Just being able to kind of go into some of them environments. Speaking of which, what was, to be honest, because I'm from here, bro, I'm SEC. So I pay more attention to SEC. But what was that like playing in the Big Ten, being, I guess, on the road some of those games?
It's fun, man. Like going to Iowa, playing Nebraska. We played at Michigan this year, man. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Man. What they say about Michigan is true. I'm telling you, it is rocking all the time, man. Like we played at the White House, man. Like all you see is blue and what they call it, maize. Because all you see is blue and yellow. Okay. All you see, and you see a sprinkle of gold and black.
Did you like? I don't know, like how was, because you from New Orleans. Mm-hmm. So down there and down here too, weather very similar. It's humid, it's hot. How did you adjust?
Actually, man, if I'm being honest, man, like you wouldn't think it, but in Indiana, like they get off like all 4 seasons. Yeah. If that makes sense. Like they get tornadoes. It gets really hot. It gets humid out there. Okay. Like you wouldn't even believe it, but like yeah. I remember my first summer there, it got up to like 102. And it gets hot. It snows. It rains.
Well, the snow though, it don't do that down here for me. So
I don't like the snow. That's one thing I don't like.
How did you adjust to playing that? Because I know when I went to Kentucky, bro.
Yeah, you ain't like that. Yeah.
I was like, hell no to this. So how did you adjust to that? You was a little bit further north.
I just kind of had to do it. Yeah. I just had to. I remember we practiced in the snow one time. We played while it was snowing in Illinois. Okay. It wasn't snowing too hard. It was like light snow, but yeah, it's cold. There's nothing you can do, and especially and like that was my freshman season, and we played in the snow, man. And when I tell you, like, sorry, I'm sitting over there by the heater the whole time. I got the jacket on. You feel me? Like I'm sure my guys are from the back by the heater. I feel that. You feel me? Watching from afar, because you know what I'm saying. Like
you're not playing. It's a month.
It's cold, man. It's cold.
Help me understand the timeline between your second year though. Because you hit the portal January this year, December last year. So in between December of 23 and, you know, when you first got to Purdue, like kind of help me understand the calendar period last year, your spring, summer, fall, and really leading up to the decision that you wanted to leave.
Like walk you through what kind of happened?
Yeah, just that whole year 2023.
This is past year? Yeah. So we played in the Big Ten Championship. This is last December, like not the one that just passed, the one before
December 22.
Yeah, so we played the Big Ten Championship against Michigan. Our head coach leaves, and then the week after that, we get Ryan Walters from Illinois. He was a DC at Illinois, and then we get Ryan Walters. We get a few guys from the SEC. We get some Big Ten coaches. You feel me? So I was hopeful. I was really excited. I felt like I had a decent spring. You know what I'm saying? I obviously had some stuff to work on. Like I'm still young. Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? I was really hopeful. I think I was a 2. I got a few reps with the 1s and stuff. Brought in some portal guys. Wasn't really worried about that. Okay. And then got into fall camp. This is kind of like what started it. I was a starting left guard in fall camp the first day. After that, I worked with the 2s. And, yeah, man, after that, it just kind of went downhill. Okay. We finished. I don't know, it was just a lot of stuff, man. A lot of interior stuff, a lot of stuff on the inside of the house that needed to be addressed. We lost a lot of games. A lot of guys got hurt.
And that's still surprising because y'all went to
the Big Ten Championship the year before that. You feel me? So
and this past year too, right?
Nah, not
y'all
this
didn't
past
go
year.
this past year?
No, we were 4-8 this past year. We didn't go to a bowl game this past season.
Okay. Who did Michigan play in their bowl game this year?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm tripping. I thought it was y'all.
No, it wasn't us. That was the year before that. We played them in the Big Ten championship.
Okay.
But yeah, man. So man, I was making daily deposits, man, working every day, just trying to get 1%. You feel me? And like as guys started getting hurt, like there was never. I'm supposed to be the backup, but like there was never an urge to get me on the field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could just tell like they kind of just tossed me aside. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I had to learn. That was another thing I had to learn too. Like you get a new staff, like they come in, cherry pick, they pick what they want, and then whatever they don't pick, you kind of like just hear.
That's amazing, and it's amazing because that's something I was actually watching the College Game Day podcast yesterday with Reese Davis and Pete Thamel.
Yeah,
and they were kind of talking about how like when you get new staff and the turnover,
it's wicked, man.
And
it's slimy.
It's crazy because it's like we are like 18, 19, 20-year-old kids. And so like you don't quite understand if you go out on the field and you do all the things that, you know, you were taught to do, work hard, be on time, show up every day.
That's not enough.
And you still don't get that opportunity, man. That's disheartening, you know. I empathize with that and I hate that, but you know.
I was on that side of it. That's like that was my decision. Because I remember I was going back and forth with it over my brother. Yeah. Like of me staying or me leaving. Because I was contemplating like staying for that spring and then filling it out some more and leaving. Yeah. But I don't know, I just kept praying on it and like I don't know, I was like, man, like if I stayed in I would rather go take a chance somewhere else than stay and then the same thing happens and I'm like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather just go take a chance.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
But so you decide to enter the portal December of 2023 after a tumultuous season, 4-8. Yeah. I know it's cold as hell up there too. That don't feel good. Yeah. What when you entered the portal, kind of help me understand the process. You know, you coming back home for break and what schools did you talk to? What was the process?
I hit the portal. My line was jumping. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, it was jumping.
Okay.
I was getting hit up by a lot of people. I went back home. I kind of this was my plan. Like I had a plan. I talked to a few Power Fives, but I was turning Power Fives away. I want to go G5. I want to go smaller. Yeah. So that like I can go play because I feel like I'm always bet on myself. You know, I feel like I got just as much as everybody. I might not be 6'5". Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? My athletic ability is just as good as everybody else. I can compete with the best of them I have before, you feel me? So yeah. I was like, man, I'm gonna go G5. I'm gonna go get me a spot. I'm gonna go play now. You feel me? I don't wanna take the chance of going back Power 5 and riding the bench again. Like I could have stayed at Purdue and did that. Yeah. You feel me? Right. So yeah, man, I was like, I'm gonna go G5. I was only talking to G5s. Like I would talk to a lot of people in the Sun Belt. I talked to some schools in the AAC, Atlantic. Yeah. American Conference
Association.
Something like that. Conference of Tulane and stuff.
UAB. Yeah. Tulane.
Talked to some schools in there, and then man, I just was focused on going G5. So I'm at home. I'm training every day. Yeah. Scheduling visits. I had some people come to the house too to come talk to me. Okay. Yeah, man, that's pretty much.
Who were amongst some of your more like, okay, I could see myself going there, you know?
Really, it was really like who was it between?
Yeah.
It was between La Tech, Arkansas State, here. Old Dominion was in the run for a little bit.
Okay.
Georgia Southern, I think, Georgia State. Really like just, you know what I'm saying? I was really like whatever school, you know what I'm saying?
Was
talking business and I was talking business back.
Okay.
But I want to say it was those schools mainly though.
Right.
And I kind of narrowed them down from there.
So you made the decision on South Alabama. What led into that decision? What made you say, what was the moment where you was like, this where I'm going? And then what was that like getting here and kind of becoming ingrained with the organization?
only took one visit.
Yeah.
Came to South.
Okay.
Committed here. I canceled the rest of my visits.
Okay.
Really, man, just being close to home. Who the staff is. You know what I'm saying? Prior to Applewhite being the head coach, we had Kane Womack. He's not a DC at Alabama.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I just like the vibe of it. We also had this guy named Michael Smith, who's from the city too.
Okay.
And he was a receivers coach. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I don't know. I felt I had a good vibe when I came to, and I also knew the opportunity they had for me.
Yeah.
Didn't have a center.
Okay.
I needed a center.
Okay.
I play center.
Okay.
So, you feel me?
Yeah.
The door's wide open. So I was like, man, like it don't get better than this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't really need to go on another visit to tell me like it's right here calling my name. Like I don't need to go on another visit to figure that this is where I need to be at.
Okay.
So I just committed on the spot.
Yeah. Nah, that definitely makes sense. When I think about that, like when I seen it, I'm like, okay, it will make sense. New Orleans right across the bridge. You know what I'm saying? So like it makes sense.
Just take I-10 all the way.
The culture is the same.
It's the same pretty much, man.
And so you feel right at home with this decision. What are your goals, I guess, coming into the year? You know, I guess just help me understand just like what are you looking forward to?
Winning games.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do right now, man. Like, of course, I got, like, you know what I'm saying, all conference, first team all conference, you know what I'm saying, all those awards. But really, man, like, I just want to win games.
Okay.
I feel like if I could play for this first, then the one on the back going to take care of itself.
Yeah.
You feel me? That, and then just keep improving as a leader, man, leading my guys to victory. That's it. That's all I want to do, man, just win games and improve as a leader.
What are some of your personal goals, though? Like, maybe this year I want to have X amount of pancakes. Maybe, you know, like what are some personal goals?
I don't know, man. I just want to whoop ass, take names, man. That's all I want to do. I don't know. I don't really think about stuff like that. I just feel like if I just go out there and do it, it'll, like, if I just work and I put my head down, man, and I don't know. I just feel like it'll take care of itself, man. I just want. I don't know. I don't really have goals like that because anybody that coming from me gonna get it.
Okay.
For sure.
So, what's something you got to work on heading into this season? Is it I don't know, run block? Is it pass pro? Hand placement.
I feel like pass pro. I mean, I feel like pass pro one of them. Just staying square in my sets, staying vertical, stuff like that. I feel like for me, it's mainly like the camaraderie part about it, just being a better leader.
Okay.
They put a lot on me when I first came here. Not saying I don't want it, you know what I'm saying, but it's just, you know, I haven't had that leadership role in a while since I was in high school. You feel me?
Right.
Because I mean, like I just told her, I wasn't the guy at Purdue. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, it just does that. Just being the guy again and like accepting everything that comes with it and like working to be a better leader. You know what I'm saying? Be a better communicator with my teammates. I'm
curious to know this too, because just even when I pulled up and we introduced ourselves, and now that we sit here and talk, to be an old lineman, you are very mild mannered and very mature.
Yeah.
Now, like, I've been on plenty of football teams, and normally the O-line is some of the biggest jokesters on the team, some of the biggest, you know.
I definitely am, man. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, I definitely am. I cut it loose.
Okay.
In the locker room, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like I'm O-lineman, like, you know what I'm saying. I joke, I play.
I just was curious to know, like, if this was your temperament all the time, what was it like? I guess getting along with the guys.
I'm a hothead.
Okay.
Like on the field, I'm definitely a hothead on the field.
Cool.
But with the guys, you know what I'm saying, when we laugh and play, like everybody else do, you know what I'm saying. We probably like the funny. I always say we the funniest group on the team, but
right.
So they ain't gonna agree with us.
Okay. Well, man, to be honest, it was an honor, bro. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
If you could give any bit of advice to some younger guys watching, maybe even to some other college athletes, bro, like, what's some wise words you got? I'm
gonna do both for college athletes and and high schoolers, man. High schoolers, just grind, man. If you're worried, don't chase the offers, man. Chase the grind. If you play, like I just mentioned earlier, if you play for the name on the front of the jersey, then everything will take care of itself. The meaning that, like, the name on the back will be taken care of in the process. You feel me? If you go try and make it to state, then you have a better chance of getting offers, is what I'm saying. Things like that. And then for those college guys, man, don't be scared to bet on yourself, man. Take the chance, man. If you're fighting the uphill battle against things that you can't beat, man, don't be scared to hit that portal, man, and bet on yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? How I want to put this, it's like what one man don't see in you, someone else will. You know what I'm saying? What those coaches over there don't see in you, I'm telling you, they have a program, a place for you, where they gonna love everything about you. They gonna love that you fast but not tall. They gonna love that you're tall but not strong. You feel me? Like whatever it is, they gonna love it.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, this is a great conversation. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and be on the lookout for more interviews like this one. You ready to be in the game? Yeah.
I'm tweaking for it, man. I ain't gonna lie, that it feels surreal.
Yeah.
To finally, like, I want to be able to max myself out. Make me some mess of a 99.
Yeah,
Trust.
Look, I got to play this out. I appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
Not a sports show.